What's up, everybody? This is the poker coaching study session. Today we are here with George. George decided to play the Bounty Blast and took second place for 2,600 bucks in a $10 game. That's always fun. So let's see how he did it.
Yes.
First hand, pocket three. I don't know. I'm limping here with threes. What about
Yeah,
you
we
guys?
can limp the entire range maybe. And
I don't know,
Honestly,
because if you
it's
make it
probably
4, he makes
whatever.
it 12, what do? You call? You're like in a
Mhm.
bad spot, whereas if you limp, you raise, you can just call. That's my personal approach, but. Oh, what are we gonna do here? Four bet, I would four bet here.
I'm
20,
a fan of four betting.
22,
And I would go probably smaller.
I
6,
think we're
22 's
allowed to call here too, if we want.
You,
I don't
Yeah, I
think
mean-
we flat
you know, if you
three.
had like sevens, maybe, okay, if you
Yeah,
wanted
it's-
like,
No, put that shit in the garbage.
oh no, then. I wouldn't like cold call. I think like cold calling in general is pretty terrible.
In general, but I think we can here.
I, I don't know. I wouldn't.
I hate
The
cold calling,
Wiz
but I
might
also
enjoy
hate
it.
more betting jacks in general.
Yeah. No,
well, you know,
that's fine. No,
it's
it's
hijack. I mean, it's low jack hijack.
the $10
Like it would be,
we're gonna call it off, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
fine. I would
So
go smaller though. It's nitpicky. Well, I would go significantly smaller. I would go like 23, 22.
Yeah, I mean, if you're
A
calling
little
off a
more
jam, then four betting
if
is
it was
probably
like
fine.
under the gun one or something.
alright. We get this board against the small blind. We don't have a
We
club.
don't have a club. I check back here, but I regret it.
So what do you think the general
Though
betting
it's
strategy is
small
on a
blind,
2, 5, 6, two-tone board versus small blind?
Yeah, I
As like
think
a
he's
low
missing
position?
that, right?
I thought he was big blind. That's why I said this.
So you should.
Yeah, I would
betting
be
much.
more. Yeah, I don't know. I think you're gonna have a big polarized strategy here, similar. Or are you? 'Cause he should have fives and sixes here, so maybe you don't do a big polar size here.
Probably mixes. I don't hate, like, you could go, polar on some high turn cards probably, if you go with a delayed C bet.
Okay,
Small.
so mostly a check back, but when it bets, mostly just small.
I mean, like, how big are you going with like ace-6 of diamonds on the flop there?
I would venture to say pretty big.
Okay, yeah, so I'd probably
Well,
bet
you
like
should-
over 55.
You should look at it.
Yeah, it should be
Within a
like
lead on a jack
55.
here, I think we can bet a
Yeah,
lot.
so sizings are pretty behaved for the most part, like the whole range because of the prevalence of sets. But, I
It
mean,
is one
there's
of the
like,
only ones that
it's
size
like
up.
the
size up.
combo that you can start inching your sizes bigger with. It's,
Yeah, a little pocket seven. You know, little
Eight
A6,
times
you can
tens.
size up. So a jack and then
it
we
does.
face a bet. We just fold? Or do you need to call once? I would just fold. I think.
I mean, I don't know. It's one of these small bet things, like, is he really going one
He is really going one.
lines with a jack?
I don't know. I like folding, I think.
What's
I
MDF
like,
there?
I like folding too. We don't have a heart in our hand. We don't block any suited jacks.
Mixing, right?
You gotta
Not-
fold,
Yeah,
you
and
gotta
that's-
spend 85% of your range.
Yeah, you call when you
So-
have enough, basically.
It's actually raising when you have a club. This was kind of more along the lines I was thinking.
Wait, when you have a club, bro. Oh, I see, okay.
Okay, we get an open from low jack. We got the A7 suited. That's a bit spicy. It's fine.
It's probably fine when you're this deep, but. I lean call personally, usually. That's also a really big 3-bet.
We got that.
Yeah, I mean, seven's probably okay. You're pretty deep, but it's, you know,
What's
Hmm.
the good amount for a 3-bet generally?
Like 3x if you're in position without like other constraints.
Okay.
If you're out of
And here
position,
it's
like,
a bounty that we are covering, so we don't need to go very big in sizing.
Raise is
but-
even bigger.
well, it's also based off a 2.3 opening size.
Oh, okay, okay.
But yeah, I mean, proportionally, it's actually, George is a little bit bigger than that, but not much.
cause we're deeper.
Yeah,
We should range bet here. Yeah.
yeah, this is a range.
Pushing a 3-bet with this one, probably call.
It's definitely a continue.
Mhm.
I wonder if you ever 4-bet this. Probably not. We're too early position.
Check bet. You'd wanna have a
I think you
diamond
probably
or
just
spades here.
Yeah, we call, right?
Calling, I might raise if I had a diamond.
Yeah, I think if you had a diamond or spades, I might be more inclined to, click.
It's a 3-bet pot.
Yep.
It is.
Call is good.
Yeah, I would just call this.
Check,
Alright,
check
how,
on the turn, we bet pots.
how
and
big?
that.
So. do you
Gloss
ever
right
just-
over. Can we just like? Can we consider it? Do we ever lead the turn?
I don't think so.
Feels pretty transparent. I don't know why. What would be the benefit of leading?
Well, I'm just trying to think, does this turn actually shift equity in towards
Hmm.
our favor a little bit at all?
Not
He
in
Good
a
has
thought.
queens, he has tens, he has nines, he has king, jack. I mean, not really.
Does he have king jack? I guess does he have king jack off, I guess?
He should at some frequency at this deep. I would think. I mean, it's not gonna be something that just never 3-bets.
I think I have king jack off here a lot. If I was him,
Yeah, probably
that
right.
specific position, MP versus MP.
You could, I mean, you could definitely look at it. It's a reasonable question. I just think, uh, you'd be better served letting him kind of polarize barrel into you. And I
Yeah,
don't
it's
like
not
this sizing
something
at
I
all.
would, it's not something I would do, but I was curious if it's a thing to know.
Sure, it's a good
That's all
question.
that's why I was asking, like, I was wondering aloud if it's a thing. It's not something I've done.
That could be a
Really?
big bet.
We were all sitting over here judging you, thinking you dunk the turn every time.
Probably going.
I would be
Yeah.
75 the river, I think.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
surprised.
so I was,
surprised the
this is
machine
actually
didn't
okay.
polarize.
I was thinking just jam it, to be honest.
Oh,
It looks so bluffy.
Well, jamming is cuz the guy has 50 and there's 30 in the mid, so it fits, right?
yeah, that makes sense.
Bad.
But 10, I really don't like, but it's close, it's the solution, right?
Well, the solution's also not taking into consideration a PKO element.
Yeah.
Either.
We would
This
bet
is a
10
P-
with like queen jack or,
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
it's
like,
a
dude,
lot
this
of
guy
that.
this guy got so let off the hook.
well, yeah. It
Yeah, I
won't
think
always
I'm
have
betting.
aces.
I'm betting 25 here a lot because I want a price that his 54 blinds can call.
25 chips, you mean?
Yeah,
No,
Did
25.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
turn go check there?
Turn did.
Yeah, that's rough.
Open, call. Get this flop, I would probably bet off pot.
I'm playing check.
I think both are good.
Yeah, I'm
I think
checking.
it's
I think half
fair,
is too
but
big, actually.
I think check raise is even better when there's more like straight draws they're liable to have, like if it was some kind of queen nine deuce or something, and then they're more likely to have a piece of it. They could have a nine, they could have a queen.
Right, so they don't have enough continues.
They've
Check.
got nothing to continue with there. You've got the board like completely locked up. I I mean, you're gonna get calls from like maybe sixes and sevens and stuff like that for a street.
What do you
But then
check
the
raise
thing that
bluffing there,
I,
Galen?
the reason I like
Hmm?
betting is because sevens is gonna call you, but sevens is unlikely to bet and let you check raise.
Yeah. That's definitely a portion of it, for sure.
And ditto, like they have some like ace high that can just be like, yeah, screw you, I don't believe you.
This is a good price, I
I think this hand actually
don't
makes
know.
a reasonable. No, I think this makes a reasonable four bet sometimes with really wide ranges.
I mean, it does it in cash. I was looking recently. It does it sometimes.
King
for
7
sure.
could be.
It makes sense. It's
King-
like the
and king
worst.
6, yeah.
It's like some of the worst suited kings are gonna
The thing is
call.
though, like you need to be kind of risk averse because the guy does cover you by quite a bit.
So that's the
But-
thing, we're in a PKO, he covers us, he sizes us, he wants to price us in, right? Make it 2.3, it should be 8.8, it's 7.3.
Yeah,
Well, a
I
lot
don't
of
read into
people
that
just
size
go
Maybe
that
too
even
much.
small
bigger.
generally there.
3.5 is reasonable in my opinion.
Still.
And
It's
he's in the small blind. He's out of position.
the bottom of our range that we probably need to call here, so.
I
I
kinda
don't want
like
to fold him.
every option. So four bet's probably fine.
I'm not
Seems
for betting
indifferent.
this.
Yeah, for betting seems to be the wildest option.
Yeah, I would call usually.
I mean, like, yeah.
Or bet like
it's
king
fine.
9 or king 8 maybe.
It's just willing to call here a lot.
You should look at the range,
Maybe
see if
it's
it's doing
kinda
the
close.
7 or the 9 or something.
So it's button small blind.
Probably not even. It's like probably an offsuit.
So just one caveat here is that they do have that really big small blind three bet sizing. We're gonna four bet a little bit more against the smaller size, I think.
Still like the wheels, the ace queen, you know?
Yeah,
Honestly, it's not really pulling from this region as much as I thought it was. There are some arrangements.
These two are the ones we don't see a lot.
It may be like cutoff button. I think because we're closing the action in position, you may be less incentivized to do some of this.
So we went with
I
the
should
call.
check raise, my guys.
Oh.
no, you're in position. You can't check raise.
Yeah, but on the turn I have.
Whoa,
to
whoa, whoa, whoa,
put
slow
the
down, slow down.
money.
We're
That's
clicking
Too
buttons.
fast for you? Too
I
fast?
lost.
I mean, we have like a high, low flush draw. I mean,
Is there anything else to do but call here?
I think calling's definitely plus EV, might be standard, but like
No,
what,
I
you
don't
know,
think so.
do you have a
personally.
raise?
And
You
a
know, do
three
you
bet
ever have a
flop as
raise?
caller?
I don't raise in position here, but
Yeah,
it might be something.
Seems to be against like reasonable poker to raise here. You think GTO is raising a lot after calling the three bet?
No,
I didn't say a
don't.
lot. I didn't say a lot, but like this is the exact hand that you might go for it with. Like this is
Cause in my
the
mind,
one.
there's no raising at all. Like
No,
none.
it's more than zero. It's more than zero.
Maybe I'm wrong. So we called.
The whole thing is gonna be a little weird because he
Nine
started
deep.
off with that extremely large three bet, so it's an extremely low stack to pot ratio. So like it's just a little bit different.
Well, you could look at 100 big blinds if that was a concern.
Yeah. But if we're gonna raise anything, it's gonna be like high-low king or high-low ace. That's kind of the stuff I wanna look for.
We're just stuffing here.
Boom,
Look at that.
that's why I brought it up and you said I was crazy.
Yeah,
Wait, you gave him a 16 big blind bet on the flop.
well, 75%
Is that what-
pot. Is
It's
that
more
not-
like 50%. It's close to 50, I'd say. Well, yeah, close to 50.
It was also using the 75 a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah, and this takes under consideration we three bet to 10. He three
so yeah,
bets.
Louis, I'd like to rehash the things I said. You said, do you think you're raising a lot? I said no, but this is the exact hand I wanna be raising with.
Yeah,
50-50.
yeah, but it's all in, right?
Yeah, but I
You
mean,
know,
Click.
you're starting to see more small raises now that the SPR is lower. If you made it yet deeper, you'd see yet more non all ins.
I mean, you can look at king eight if you want another one. To kind
Yeah,
of
ace
like base it
six
off of.
has some
King
non
eight
all
doesn't.
in.
See, this is
You could
what,
also,
this is more like what I had in my mind, Tim. Like not much raising at all in position.
I mean, not much, 6%, like, you know, it's part of the strategy. I mean, I think calling is obviously
But
good, you have a
here,
ton of equity.
here I
Going all
have
in
to-
seems to be a savage strategy here, though. Like you get like stuff to fold, but I don't know.
No, but we were SPR 4 in as played, and in the solver, it's closer to like SPR 3, so it's very different.
But here I have to shove, right?
But also like, tell him with pocket, pocket jacks, like,
I think it's more of a call.
make a decision for your tournament life, or make a decision with ace king.
Yeah, I actually think it's more of a call now than the flop. I would be surprised if we just jam here.
Yeah, I think that's a jam on the turn.
I don't think so.
You don't think?
No.
I checked the spot. Yeah, it's an all-in.
No.
Pure call.
No?
So what?
No, mainly
2%
call.
on.
But then it's weird, cuz like ace six is doing the all in, so. Like,
I think I checked
That
it.
is weird.
Anyways, could be wrong.
Cause my reason for not wanting to go on is that just the hand's just really strong now and I'm happy to just try to realize, but ace six is even better.
I think I called though.
oosh,
Ace six unblocks, oh, maybe there's something to do with bluff,
This sucks.
some kind of blocker. See,
Yeah,
now
we
you got
lost.
fumbled.
We lost a lot of chips here.
Probably saved 40 bigs by not jamming.
yeah, maybe. And like, he probably just has like pocket queens, he's not folding.
I hope I check here.
Is this a spot where we could see bet small with the three of spade?
Not checking, I'm c-betting big.
Wait, but it's not a C bet, it's a flip bet, right?
Yeah, bet with the spade?
If I had fives or sixes, but
I think third pot, it's okay to throw out a bet,
not that
like
it makes
with a lot of hands, including this hand sometimes.
big difference.
Wants to check a lot. So checking.
Yeah, but you see, that third pot sizing is like fine. Loses 0.01 EV.
Now we fold, right?
I think you should call now.
Call.
Pair with a flush draw?
Am I wrong? On my mind.
It's thin.
Here.
I think it's 0 EV.
I think there's like good EV here. You have a pair and a spade.
Small bet, yeah.
Yeah, but his betting range is just like all, like, the value is just all like better pairs and better spades. And sometimes both.
And now we fold, huh?
I would call, I think.
You call?
Yes. Cause the
With-
jack pairs, it's not likely he has a jack. Do you think a king would be value betting into a flush or a pair board like this? Maybe, maybe not, but it's thin. And then you block the flush and then your three, it's like not blocking any bluffs. You,
I
that
actually think
card, I
his
think,
line,
have like a 10 or a queen here seems to be really bad.
his line kind of makes sense for some kind of like weak jack with a single spade or something. Something like queen jack O with queen of spades.
I don't know, I'm
Um,
calling here sometimes. Think it's majority call here.
It's probably in the call in the solver. I just think,
Can we check? But
I think you can get away.
honestly, when I see I have fifth, like connection to the board, I tend to overfold these spots.
So yeah, it's mixing, so probably a good fold.
And my one comment on flop where it's mainly calling, but the EV runs really close with like throwing out a stab. Is like, do we think our opponents are hitting their MDF of check calling flop? Cause like,
Flop when check them.
I know, but that's my question. This is an exploitative question.
The bet.
Do
was-
we think when he? Right, my question is, do you think when our opponents check flop, do we think they're hitting their MDF at check calling our flop floats? Cause like, I think they're not. I think they're, betting too often and they have too little good hands in their check call lines. And I think they're overfolding a bit. So like, I think we just get a lot of protection against like the king tens of the world and like ace, ace eights of the world.
It doesn't make sense then. What are you advocating for?
Bet 33 on the flop. People
Yeah.
overfold.
You wanna bet the flop, okay?
Yeah, it loses, I mean, the solver, it loses 0.01 bigs, and it's an exploitative question. Do we think our opponents are balanced there? I don't.
Okay. Makes sense.
I think they're a little bit too weak, and they only have to be a little bit too weak to massively skew the equilibrium.
Call or raise?
I think I jumped this, but
Ooh,
we can raise to
Is
maybe
calling a
7.
RAM option?
not really.
No, I don't call here.
Maybe call with aces, but I don't think the solver wants to trap with kings.
The
Well,
buttons,
it's damn-
20
damn
at
well.
20 I might call with.
I take it back. I take it back.
the buttons wide in a PKO here. Like I like a 3-bet small a lot.
I would go one big blind here.
1.5.
One, literally one, because when you bet one in such a big pot, it's like, so you're gonna induce a lot of action when you bet one here.
Does it use one big blind and 3-bet pots though, or is it more like 10%?
It's more like 10%, but sometimes like one can induce. I would
I mean,
call,
like 10% is only like 1.8 there, but yeah.
call or
This feels gross. I don't know.
suited.
I think it's a call.
We're suited.
Check fold.
Yeah, I know.
We're suited, Danny.
Would you
Oh
call
my-
8-4?
Ooh, no. Not
Definitely
queen eight.
calling in four. If
Sorry,
it-
Louis?
If it's suited, yeah,
I think 8-4 is probably a fold.
I wouldn't.
We can get out of the way with queen eight, right?
Tim,
I
wouldn't play here. I don't know, I'm seeing this, I'm like, okay, under the gun, we don't cover.
That's what I
any-
said. We can get out of the way. Get out
Yeah.
of the way. Fold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We clearly
Yeah.
go for the flush.
We just don't need to VPip this.
What are you doing here, George? Think it's good?
If under the gun's not there, it's good.
But multi-way.
Yeah, although
Yeah.
I
never-
learned that yesterday. Cause I've been folding there.
versus
I opt for a
cutoff,
click.
like versus a
Yeah.
cutoff raise.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
this is out of line, George.
5.2.
And I think you could think about three betting versus a cutoff open, right?
Yeah. 5.5.
I was thinking about it, and then I checked
Yep.
and at least in my scenario, it was a pure call.
Yeah, fair enough. But it is like bottom of range, so.
A big bet here?
Yeah.
Oh, you need to size up, do you not?
Yeah, it's a good board to bet big, and we
Yeah,
don't have a
but
diamond.
we're so
I can
shallow.
see that, but also we are very shallow, SPR of two, so like whatever.
So shallow that we're gonna put the money in by the river. if-
Yeah, yeah,
Does not
exactly.
want to bet big.
Huh.
Want to bet even
That's
small.
weird.
Yeah, because we're so shallow. He has.
He has
2
Well, he's
point-
even shallower too.
Yeah, I guess
2.9.
33% is kinda big, given his stack.
Yeah, we're just inducing
Man.
him to jam here a lot.
What does he have? Ace
Oh,
nine?
Well, ace
No,
nine,
worse than ace
seven,
nine, jack
flushes,
nine.
Four,
Oh.
six.
Or
Okay.
high.
Okay.
Combo
Welcome
draw.
to,
Dodged it.
welcome to low stakes.
Okay.
Got her as
Yeah.
flush draw.
He had a combo draw. He had the nuts.
Seven, five off. Yeah, okay.
And
You
Get
get
the edge, right?
the dumb end of the straight. Oh,
Ooh, we need a call.
that's a little tighty tight. A little nitty nitty.
could be a misclick because
The misclick already. Okay,
I'm
okay.
playing 10 tables.
You get your
And-
misclick, but you
and
only
this,
get one or two misclicks every tournament, right? You sure you don't
Yeah.
wanna save it for alert later? No? Okay.
And this
Ooh.
is started early in the day, so
I like
I
this.
have a lot of tables, even late.
Abdullah, man, you like this?
Yes.
Is that why we lost so much money in Vegas?
Hey.
Jesus, holy
Hey.
shit, holy shit. I think it's not a jam. I think if
And
anything,
hey, everyone
a-
else made money except you.
I think
so-
it's a good jam.
I think
I
it's
think
it's a
a,
big
it's a
call.
three bet. I think it's a three bet bluff, if anything.
Small blind, I think it's a jam.
Pure
From
call.
this deck?
Yeah, why are you guys?
20
surprised?
from 20, yeah, for sure.
Okay, maybe
Jam
I'm
the
wrong,
suited.
but it feels like.
Yeah, I agree.
Jam.
Jam the suited. Agreed.
I actually think it's the offsuit more. Or
You're
maybe
allowed
both.
to be
I
wrong.
think this
Probably both.
suited might still do it. Just because we're short.
I'm team pure call.
I think it's both actually now that I think about it.
Oh, it's jamming.
Alright,
Or deeper, we could
does
three
it-
bet.
Sorry, what were you saying, Louis?
It feels like, it's not a good jam.
It's mixing,
Alright, half and half.
especially in PKO that, I mean, we don't want to call, but
Ken was very right.
he can call sometimes.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, wait, how much does he cover us by? I wonder if it's less
And
of
the
a jam
suited
because he
flats
covers
more.
us.
Everything I know is a lie.
He covers us 4x, so he's
Yeah,
probably.
he's just gonna
So
snap
we-
us off with a suited ace, no?
Yeah, feels bad. It's not a spot I feel like I'm making a lot of money when I'm shoving here, but the machine says to shove.
Well,
so-
you don't shove, so how would you know?
Well, I don't know, when I'm the button here and I
Mhm.
call kind of well and I'm happy to see queen jack off.
We're gonna take your screen name away, Louis. We're gonna lock you out of the Maniac account and make you sign into the Super Knit account.
I know.
One of the general
Still
ideas
forced to
when
fold a
playing
lot.
from the small blind is that playing an offsuit hand out of position to two players is just gonna
Yeah.
be tough post flop.
I
Now,
agree.
this shallow, like if you just flop a jack or a queen, you're just going broke or doubling up. It doesn't really matter. But
Right.
Yeah.
As you get deeper and deeper, you'll see it more and more shift to raising the offsuit variety and flatting the suited variety.
I'm really surprised.
Yeah, Louis, can we
about
pop this up to
sure.
25 and then 30? Cause I think some of us know our like 25 strategies. Yep. Yeah. It's starting to
Very
come in at
fair, right?
25.
And then
Yeah,
30,
exactly.
Yeah, it flipped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's part of what's
Oh,
going
now
on.
it's only the suited one. That's cool.
Exactly. We kind of like are getting confused between 30 and 20.
okay, so 7. I think it's just a call here,
We can.
I never
call
know with this one.
Position, but
cuz he bluffs a lot, no? When you four bet here, it's just like, this
yeah,
guy.
if I have aces, I flat, but the kings, just imagine him flopping an ace and,
No.
I mean. we
There's
put
no
the
difference,
money,
George. You
but
got 25 bigs. An ace or no ace, doesn't matter.
hate our life.
We don't hate it, we just are screwed, no? Doesn't matter whether we see a flop or not, we're just gonna stack off.
You wanna check this one?
Anyone ever calling
dude.
here? I'm asking. before.
Yeah, yeah,
So-
definitely sometimes.
Sometimes, for sure.
If they have a
Sure
bluffing
call.
frequency, for sure. If they're three betting 4%, I might just put it in.
Okay, so
I'm
the raise here
pretty-
is 5. Whatever.
I'm pretty aggressive here
Okay,
with my four bet jams.
okay,
So,
yeah. You wanna four
we're
bet?
25.
Let's look
I
at
think.
25. 25, it starts to do it.
Okay.
That's more. A mix is okay.
And then 30? Back to, we don't call kings anymore. Okay,
We're 26, so you can go both.
6-4 offsuit, I don't know, it's getting frisky.
I think this is the limit. Yeah, I think this is the call, but the bottom.
Oh, we got the 6 of
think-
diamonds.
That doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter, man.
Okay. Why does it not matter? Because it's an ace high board, we're against the early position, is that right?
Yeah, like
Playing like, we want more interactivity around the 10 and the 8. Like last time we folded and we needed to continue and we have 4
We
to
have
straight,
6
but
high,
this time.
nothing.
Yeah, we have 6 high and like backdoor straight draw, like it's pretty
Okay,
bad.
so would you fold a 7 of diamond?
You
7
need
of
6, 7,
diamonds.
6,
Nine-
7 with the 7 of diamonds. Or
Yeah,
7
6,
of
7, I'll
diamonds?
continue.
and then 9 of diamonds.
Well, but these, you have to have
You
two
still
cards.
need a
You don't
gutter,
just-
I think.
You don't get dealt one card, you get dealt two cards.
You still need a gutter.
Okay, okay.
And
Right,
it's not close. Like if you're trying to make a bluff out of this, it's losing 0.7 big, torching.
check. And he bets what? Something like this, small? And then
Sure.
the 9 of diamonds is playing. The 8 of,
9-6, that's a fair gutter. So that's nice.
okay, so the 7, yeah, so you need a gutter, as you said.
Whereas like 7-5 doesn't have the gutter, it's just backdoor straights and it's not good enough.
And then 9-8.
It's
So-
fair.
Pair. Pair.
I
So you
mean,
need
the
a little
7-4
extra,
and
yeah.
stuff, like, what about that? That's in there. Oh no, those are flush draws. Never mind.
So that's
That's
also a gut shot, right? So that's why.
Yep. 9-6 is a gut shot. Queen
Yeah.
9 will be in there still.
Okay, and then okay, I see. Now I'm looking for single diamonds, but everything has some form of interaction here.
Maybe, yeah.
High diamonds are like, it's ace 10-8, so. They're connected. Okay, we go for the booty. That's good.
Seems good.
Nice.
Nice run up.
Raise, call. Look at this.
George, by the way, because I was late, what buy-in and what site is this?
That's
It's
$10
$10 on
On GG?
Yeah.
Cool.
The blast of how it's called.
Bounty blast.
Yeah,
It sucks. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. It's fine.
I would take a note here.
I wish I did.
This is a big bet to me. What about you guys?
Is it
Well-
Or
versus?
a check, or a check.
There's
pretty
not enough
bad.
equity, right? Somebody could have
Yeah.
9-10, somebody could have queen jack. So,
Marginal made hand, check.
I don't know
Yeah,
if it's
but-
a check though. You guys like to check? Okay. I
These
think I
kind of
like,
mid boards, these kind of mid boards are often the checks from overpairs, right? Like,
in my
yeah,
mind, it
there's
was
just a-
more like 6, like 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7. These kind of,
yeah, definitely. I think those are like even more extreme examples, but I think this is still in a similar category.
easy call or raise. 8 pairs, pretty good. I think
Yeah, I think. This is
maybe we
exactly
need
what
to
we
bet
want.
here.
Yeah, it's a nice spot. He was not barreling eights really, so his queen jack got counterfeited.
So we go all in.
In my mind here, I want to let him bluff. Maybe he's missed clubs.
He,
Uh,
his
so I check.
His sizing though, he bet turn 1/3 pot, so it's not really a bluffy sizing, it's a super condensed sizing. I'm expecting to see like weak queens and very good jacks, right? From that sizing.
I'm expecting 2 pair a lot. Like queen jack.
On a third pot barrel? That's the thing, though.
maybe
I mean, queen jack
multi-way.
is calling us.
He's multi-way too, so like his big sizing is gonna be half pot.
Probably after, okay. No, probably not then. How do we play this? Well. Bet on the flop.
Block
Should we
betting,
check raise the
representing
flop?
a jack?
Yeah, like if you just check the flop, you're gonna get, you're gonna do better here.
Do you check raise?
Nope.
I would consider it, but it's not mandatory. I would also consider betting closer to 50%, but I'm not sure.
Okay,
You could think about raising that tiny sizing, because again, like, are people balanced? Like, I just don't believe that he's betting like 2 pair plus for that sizing. So like, click it and jam river.
Yeah, it's like
I mean, that's
maybe
ridiculous,
9,
but
10
like,
sometimes, and then a lot of weaker stuff.
yeah, exactly. I just really, I would take a note on this hand, because that sizing just doesn't exist in theory. It's absolutely non-existent.
What do you think would be a good sizing if he did have the queen jack?
Pot?
I mean. Half pot, yeah.
60.
Yeah, I don't really wanna go less than like 50.
What if you had queen jack of clubs?
Even
Yeah,
big?
then you might see it too, the small one.
I just think it's goofy, and I also don't believe it's balanced, like.
Oh, I hate it.
suppose- Yeah. Fair.
Is it better to limp here or to raise? Probably a good raise, right?
I think it's a raise. Yeah, it's a theory call.
Let's call it off, alright, get a bounty. Two, 6. Call. Great,
Easy game.
two big blinds, we call. Check, bet one, check raise, we got a check raise here.
Yeah. I don't hate it.
Oh my goodness,
What's he doing with like pocket sixes? Can you do that? Gonna fold.
he just fold, yeah.
Yeah, it folds, even if he's not supposed to, he's gonna fold.
So I like raising a lot here. Oh my goodness. Right down.
So you'd have some like 3 to a flush stuff that like wraps around some like 6-4, maybe some 4-3, some stuff like that as well. And then some fives.
Is this under the gun versus big blind?
Yes,
Mhm.
LP, you've said us that we overfold versus under the gun on ace
Yeah, that's the
five.
one you just hovered over it. There you go.
Down
Or
4,
down.
3,
There you go.
2. There you go.
the thing is, it's a pair
Yeah.
board. You mostly defend by raising here. Oh, wants to call here.
Still raise some.
Yeah. The
I think
nature
I'm
of the
folding.
ace 5 is that you have the backdoor wheel here. And he's not opening stuff that's worse than this, right? Like he's folding
Alright.
pockets under the gun.
More like a
So
call.
yeah, so raise 5x, raise some 6-4, 6-3, 7-3, 4-3, 3 deuce, all that stuff, all that rappy stuff.
Mhm.
A little bit of high-low, king 3, king deuce, queen 4.
The thing is, Louis, on the ace high board and against UTG, even though it's
Go
paired
over-
board,
Yeah,
you wanna call more usually, I think.
could be.
They just have a lot of the ace X, you're
That's probably
way ahead,
right.
way behind.
But
think
still, I mean, look at our
fold.
range, we're still only calling 28%. And otherwise folding and raising, so like, it's still a lot of raising, for sure.
Well,
Yeah,
it's because we have so many fives in our range.
Yep.
Right, so we do get
Yeah,
to raise
yeah.
all the garbage that's connected between them, but not the pairs.
I folded, but anyways.
In a high ICM spot, I raised like the pocket sixes in that spot, basically, on like an ace 5-5 against a button raiser. And, he jammed it in my face.
Against button, it's different. I think it's better to raise more than against UTG, right?
Yeah, and I felt like, well, I think this is a good raise, and I think I ran into it this time. Anyway,
Hey, is this a good three bet?
Nope.
often a call.
I flat both ace queens versus UTG.
Yeah,
Peter
they spin off
says
often.
immediately no,
Peter, runs a pre-flop range construction study session, so,
no good, Pete. What's a bit of a thing, Peter?
A bit.
yeah, sure.
But I'm
Do you pure
calling.
call the suited?
Yeah, I call the suited too, but could be a mistake. Don't
But I
know.
think the danger for a lot of people is like making their, in position 3 bets too linear, so like including too many good hands in it. And it's important to have some good hands in there and then 3 bet some
Do
more
we call here? I
bluffs.
don't know.
You don't close the action, you don't have a diamond. If
Ah,
you
it's
have
the
the
big- the
one
big
diamond, I
blind.
think it would be a good call.
Yeah, I didn't see the big blind, sorry.
I agree. One diamond.
Yeah, we fold.
Feels really close. I might still call one.
Yeah, it could be a good call.
If you had a read, especially like if you think he's a bit of a blaster.
Is that a board we size up on or no?
Mm,
7-5 deuce.
What's the depth? I don't really need to size up here. We're just like. We have the nuts.
Now with this hand, I feel like Yeah. And we're versus, are we versus big blind?
Second from the
Yes.
top.
Yeah.
It's versus big blind.
So yeah, it likes the
Versus
B
mostly.
25, yeah. Don't size up.
Do not size up.
That's a thing that we've seen twice now. These shallow
Yeah.
spots. You need to keep it small.
Shadow, Tim is right.
Well, the
Shallow,
two's also
don't
gonna
touch.
drive that down. It makes it lots more likely for them to have two pair combos and stuff
Dude,
like that, right?
six. We don't raise back, please just call. Oh my,
Yeah, I agree. Don't raise the bet.
oh my goodness, George, what are you doing? Get rid of all his bluffs.
Exactly.
You
Rainbow
still in
board, you don't have
position, you
much to
can
fear.
play the turn here. I would always just call. And then play the turn, you know, he's
Yep.
probably gonna stuff the turn or bet himself and then. You can play the turn, play the river. You got two streets here for 18 big blinds. You don't wanna lose your fish. You gotta keep the fish on the line.
Yeah.
Well, you chose the right guy. 8-6.
Louis, look at this, look at the solve, the EV on
Yeah,
going
can
all
we
in,
see the solution? But
cuz I know it's not a thing. It's, you have it up. I just wanna see how much it loses compared to calling.
So bet raised. Call 99%.
It loses 0.5 big blinds. That's 50 big blinds per 100.
Yeah. That's terrible.
This is
At
fucking very
this
good.
stack depth, it doesn't really matter what the turn card is, you're never
So
folding, so.
This
we
is
just
your
keep
worst
him on the
play
line.
so far, George.
Okay,
It's 30 hands in, so. Pretty good.
I'll have it in mind so that I don't do it again.
You just
No.
call and then play the turn, cuz when he check raise, he has to play the turn out of
Yeah,
position.
but when he check raise, he has to play the money, right?
Yeah.
So why not put them in
Usually
as
not,
soon as
it's
possible?
only stuff that beats you and like 7x that can pay, cuz he's not supposed to have 8-6 when he raises there, like that's a pure call, I'm pretty sure. It's gonna be like gut, like 9-10 and like.
All that
Ace-4.
stuff, you gotta keep it in the hand, right?
I guess ace-4 might call it off too.
So, okay. I don't know, I would call a lot here.
Yeah, I call too.
Yeah, but you fold here.
It's a
I
lot of our
folded.
stack.
Yeah, can we look this one up? Cuz
I
You had a
think
read?
I would call.
I think it's a call, but I'm just
Not
curious,
really, I
cuz like,
don't remember, but
Had a
now
read?
that I see it, I call. I said
The-
I would call.
it's a fat call too. It's worth a lot.
Yeah,
Still
it's a
pretty
call.
heavy.
So some suited nines, basically.
Yeah,
Make a pair and go home.
no, Danny, make the pair and win the pot.
What do we do here? Do we see bet or do we check?
Bet small,
Bet small. Yeah.
I
don't
think
see
so.
no.
Probably a good fold at this point.
Yeah, the fold is okay, but if we see bet on the flop, I mean,
You probably make it to the river with one bet. All in?
jam,
Yeah, we're not playing a flop with that hand.
I limp.
Oof. I'm trying to get this guy, maybe? 3 big blinds on the
I
button?
don't really remember, but sometimes I limp this suited stuff. Suited connectors.
Oh my god.
Think we're
We have a
calling.
straight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been straight. Wow, what a blaster.
Yeah, you got all of the
Look at
blinds.
this dude. What a blaster.
Alright,
He took a note on you
Nice.
there.
check. Do we see bet here?
How is the call out of 12 big blinds when from a small blind? What the fuck?
We could see bet this, 3 to a straight, 3 to a flush. We need to drive down our C bets in this spot, but this might still squeak in.
It's like offsuit Broadway suited connector stuff, the small blind, in theory. I think.
Button cutoff, hijack, low jack, under the gun 1 versus the 2 blinds. Alright,
We're not gonna, yeah, okay. I was gonna say, we can't really find the right range in Wiz. Well, maybe we could find a,
well, I just wanna have an idea of the strategy. Say we were 20 big blind effective, similar scenario, similar type of. board.
Yeah, I would
Do you
love
see
to
bet-
know.
Yeah, do you see bet in position from EP here a little bit, or no?
I mean, what? We know, some of the principles, right? Like frequencies gonna be down a little bit, sizings are gonna be down a little bit.
Yeah.
You can bet a little bit more linearly, cuz that includes with bluffs. You can bet some like draws to the nuts, cuz they're gonna be robust against multiple ranges.
we have the over and the double backdoor, right? It's probably a good
Yeah.
candidate.
That's what I thought.
And like
Oh.
one of the worst stace highs.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah, if they're sitting there with ace 10 off, like it's just gonna be hard to hold on.
Queen 6-3, looks like it.
Yeah, it's
right?
reasonable. And then we look at our ace 5 because that has like similar interactivity.
Check. What kind of strategy do we have for low jack? Come on. Oh, look at this. Betting 90% of the time.
We're still betting 90% on this board. Wow.
Yeah,
Betting
betting
pretty
small
small.
90% of the time.
Wow, that's more than I would have thought.
Makes sense. We're supposed to see bet a lot here, and then when you see bet, you have a great barrel card here.
Yeah, I agree.
Bet flop, bet turn.
I don't bet even the turn. No, I don't like this.
No. Yeah, bet flop, bet turn, you always win, I think there.
Yeah. That's bad how I played this hand.
Oh, he does it. Ooh,
Happy days.
ooh. Just a call. Do we block bet here? Turn goes check. We have second pair, good kicker. This is a bet small, I think.
I don't really need a block bet on a 4 line
On a
there.
4-liner?
That's the thing.
Yeah, but I think he can put us in a tough spot if he bets.
Yeah, we
The
take
river.
the initiative on the 4-liner, no?
Could
Yeah,
bet
he
one
doesn't
chip.
have any nines, but
I mean,
That's
it's
just
somewhat
think
better
about-
for our range. Yeah, cuz yeah, he just doesn't really have straights
What-
here.
What do you think is better here? Check calling or block betting small?
Will
To
you,
block bet, what is he doing with his queens? Calling every one of them? Is he ever folding? Is he
That's the
calling
thing, are you
with
talking
worse
about-
jack?
Are you talking about like betting 25?
Yeah,
but
or
Louis,
so?
if you check, it goes check a lot with hands that are still beating you. That you're just giving extra money cuz they'll call a block bet.
okay.
But
The
they're like,
worst jack
maybe he'll
calling?
pay you with ace 10? I'm trying to think of a hand, king 10.
So it's under the gun versus big blind, right? So like he doesn't really have worse jacks. Like his worst jacks are pretty much all 2 pairs.
It's
There's
a
no worse
straight,
jack.
yeah, it's a straight or.
Yeah,
Oh,
straights and 2 pairs like jack 10. Jack
we don't
nine
get value
straight.
from worse jacks,
So we need him to call with a 10.
think it's
that's a
probably
little
a check.
enthusiastic on the 4-liner. so
Exactly,
Probably a better
exactly.
check.
Exactly.
Okay. King, queen.
Yeah, he just had us the whole way and we saved some money.
Fold? Am I wrong? No, maybe it's good enough to call.
I wanna still call with the disconnected one. I wanna like fold stuff that's more disconnected.
Block the bottom
Might
of
be a
both their
fold.
ranges.
Let's see what the machine says.
I don't think it's gonna give us meaningful
I'd
ranges.
rather call this hand than call ace nine, to be honest with you. Or
Yeah,
I
definitely.
think
I
with
agree.
ace nine, we
Yeah,
we
but
might
you'd rather have
ISO.
5-6 than 8-9, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
It's probably true.
I agree.
Do we see an 8-9 offsuit?
There we
That
go.
one.
There it is.
It's gonna be like, the button has no overcall range
Fold,
here.
Oh, you
Alright,
think
but here it's minus 0.04, so it's
the
like.
big
not
blind
the
here.
Craziest.
Oh, it's gonna do me like that. So cut off, button, small blind. Cut off, button, small blind, and then the big blind. 8-9 off is a little bit too risky. That's what I thought.
Oh, 6-5, not even 7-6 though.
There's the fact it's a PKO and we don't cover anyone, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, we
Yeah.
really literally don't cover anyone. Just fold here.
Okay.
Man, you guys have the aces and kings counter?
Wait, check.
Uh, So any
Wow.
effective monotone, you're in the sandwich. Any betting here? Button, low jack, big blind.
I feel like you could bet like 1.5 or something.
Yeah, I would, if I was betting, I would be betting 25%, which is 2. I'm also okay with checking. We'll know a lot more about whether our hand is good once we see the action.
Yeah, it just feels a little bad to potentially give a free card with aces, but also. What can
Well,
you do?
let's see what it does from the low jack with aces. Alright,
I'll just check everything, huh?
yeah,
Check 100. Yeah.
easy. Got a call here, right?
And then I think you have a call, right? Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
We gave him the green light to bet his one pair hands and he can bet
Value
one pair
bet
hands.
10 here, I would.
Yeah,
All in?
no, I don't think we can go for all in. It's hard to get called by worse.
What do you mean, a king here? A 10 sometimes?
You definitely find some non-believers in this line.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do
The
it
SPR is
myself,
almost
but,
one. I mean, I would bet half pot, but SPR is too small, no?
nah, you could bet 7.
Man, with the PKO dynamic,
Yeah, he covers us. He's calling every king. Anyway, it's closed, but I think
Yeah,
he
it's
should be
appealing.
open. Should probably open the action here. Yeah,
I agree. I think we need to bet something. He blocks the straight as it turns out.
so a little bit more 10 value betting, yeah, George?
Yeah, okay. I'll have it in
Cause
mind.
not that many people are studied enough to just like check aces there. And he won't give you credit for a good hand that often. He'll be like, oh, this guy's ace queen with the diamond.
I got
You get scammed.
scammed.
But we must be coming back because we gotta win a bunch of money in this tournament, right?
That's a great assumption. Ooh, pocket eight.
There we are. Coming back.
I think we'll have
Eesh.
another like near death
Oof.
experience.
He don't
What the? Ugh.
I
So
mean,
he
we cannot
leads.
fold, We cannot fold.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I'm not excited about folding. I just think the spot sucks.
We're folding everything if we're folding jacks here.
Yes and no, but you can start to break it down a little bit by suits, like jacks no heart is different than jacks with a heart.
I think I jumped this. Let's see.
We cover?
Yes.
Is it a
But
good jam? I feel.
I don't want to raise and be shoved, man. I hate my life to call with. I mean, raised. I could jump this.
What do you
also,
guys
so-
do here in general? Jamming?
I would
Yeah,
mix limp and 3x.
You never jam?
Not for
I
20.
jam
I'd only
those.
be
Like
jamming
six
at like high ACM spots. If it's like bubble, then of course we can put pressure on it.
Yeah,
I had like
don't know
6
what
big blinds
stage.
less.
What stages? What percentage of the hands have we gone through?
This
Top
is.
hand right there, I think. Yeah, the very
Yeah,
top.
you're right.
And then what are we looking for? Is it a
Pre-flop.
shot pre-flop? Never,
Never a shove.
never.
Oh, I got
Okay.
this one.
Do we have some offsuit aces? Yeah, offsuit aces. And king five.
Too good, too good.
Yeah, but in my mind, if I raise and he jumps, I
And he
hate my
rips
life.
it. Yeah, I think you
Yeah, but I have
fold.
to call in a PKO.
I don't know,
think, but-
actually.
Very close. So bet.
Can you look,
fold.
Louis? If we 3x and he jams, it's a
The
fold
big-
or what?
No, I think it's a call. You cover.
With king 10 off, oosh. Oh,
Ah, Blind against blind,
Well,
you're
Look
wide.
in the
one.
non-PKO, let's see.
So 2.5 is not a great raise size, and then why'd you bet the flop so big?
cuz he
It's not a
wanted him
thing,
to fold.
2.5?
3 probably, maybe 3.2,
At 20, I
I-
think we raise at 2.5, don't we?
2.7 maybe. I don't think it's ever 2.5, is it?
I agree. I like 3 better.
Could be.
Can you
wrong.
click it down to 20 as well?
Yeah, but
Folding to
this
the
is a
jam.
PKO, so it's probably calling a bit.
Oh.
20,
Now
it's
it's a call.
calling. 25, it's not calling.
Yeah, so we're
GTO was
22.
uses 3.
So you're somewhere in the middle, so it's probably
We're
folding king
22.
10, calling king jack.
But it's a PKO, so
It's a
maybe still
PKO,
So
call.
it's probably calling king 10. Let's go.
Alright,
So basically, George, at 2.5, he's gonna not fold anything that he wants to play ever, and he's gonna play in position.
So it seems like Ken doesn't like your flop bet.
My yeah, my flop bet and
I don't
my,
like the pre-flop
and my
size
raise.
either.
My raise sizing he doesn't like.
King 10 off.
That's
With the
good, huh?
spade. And then what kind of color do we have to deal it with? I miss my old colors. It was so simple. Now it's 50 shades of gray.
Ah, that's a good size. You bet, let's mostly larger bets, it looks like. I mean, there's small bets, but. That's 50, you can go
66.
whatever.
66, 90. You found a good bet here.
Yeah, we couldn't make a mistake.
Can we see like how much do we raise pre-flop? It's 2.5 or it's bigger?
It's 3.
At,
it
Right,
was 3.
at 20?
2.5 starts coming in at like
Three.
16, 15. Below there.
Because I remember at 20, below
Is it
20
like-
we.
Isn't like 15 mostly jam or limp?
He with still some raising, but yeah.
Okay.
So we bet he calls, we pick up equity.
Ish. I mean, yeah.
I don't really know what to do here.
Barrel or not?
I've seen crazier,
Hmm.
but
Because of
bad.
big bet.
So we go.
maybe,
Pretty big bet. He calls.
maybe with the double suit blocker, it would be even better with the club and the spade. I don't know.
Seems to be a high
And-
frequency bet here.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Wait, but that's the club and the
But-
spade. Look at our combo.
Which one is it? King,
King of
diamond.
diamonds.
So this one is a check.
Yep. So the one you picked out as the high frequency bet is the double blocker.
Okay.
One club,
Ooh.
one spade.
Tough spot, King.
What a ridiculous
I
size.
think we call.
That is a ridiculous sizing.
Let's see the machine. Bet small.
Wouldn't be surprised if the machine calls, I'm folding now.
Machine is falling.
Folding.
Full frequency.
Either way feels bad.
So you're losing 25 big blind per 100 here on average. Okay,
Woo!
Okay.
so that's a pretty bad one.
Hmm.
I mean, if we get this far, like, why not donk the ace and pretend like we hit it, you know? Like,
Dunk
I mean,
jam.
right? Like,
You wanna
Yeah,
dunk
I
jam,
mean-
Tim?
Might be
I don't
compounding
know.
mistakes there.
whatever. Half of our chips are in the middle and they're on a boat. They're on a Viking funeral.
What?
What the? Wait, we check call?
Wait, did you hero
Wait,
call?
what? Wait, we skipped over that? Hold on, hold on.
How did we
No,
both do
hold
it?
on.
Let
hold
me
on.
explain you. Let me explain you.
What the?
George? What
Yes.
the hell are you doing?
I could see it,
He's a
cause
Greek
like,
god, don't question it.
He's
I think-
jamming any ace pre-flop. Right?
Okay, yeah.
So
Then
he's
bluff
not,
the river.
he's not supposed to like donk this ace all
That's
in.
right, that's
To
right.
bet the ace all in.
I agree.
Ten of spades feels
He
bad.
sizes up queens on the turn and straights,
Yeah, which you didn't.
which he
Did he?
didn't. And that's what came to my mind when I made this call. I said I have king high. Let's
So
put the money.
You said he doesn't have an ace, he doesn't have a
The
queen,
queen, he doesn't have a
And
straight.
therefore what value does he have? Yeah.
so
I
didn't have a
mean,
good
man,
hand on the
it's sick.
turn.
so I'm
It's
all
sick.
about making hero calls sometimes, okay?
So he beats all his
But-
bluffs, basically. he's
But
saying.
is having a spade here good or bad?
Ten of spades, I think's bad,
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah,
bad.
That's the other
Blockers
thing.
don't
Ken,
matter.
is-
Blockers don't matter if he doesn't have anything.
right? He's just bluffing too many hands.
So my thinking here, having a spade is bad, having a 10 is bad. Having the 10 of spade is exceptionally bad.
yeah, I agree on this.
So did you get him?
Because I block
Yes, he
his,
did.
Nice.
I block his bluffing.
Well, Louis, this is actually a really good spot to take into the solver because the solver actually does bluff. And so therefore it does bluff catch. So let's see if we hit this river. He's gonna find some bluffs in the solver. And then what do we call down with? We have
Okay, so
some
let's
one pair
find
hands, I
this,
guess.
let's find a similar hand that calls on the turn. If I have to get to work,
King Jack was there, right? Or not?
no.
Thing is, it's our second best unpaired hand.
Jack 10, Jack 10, similar to King 10, right? No, it's the open end or,
Sorta.
No, Jack,
how
well,
about-
Jack
how
10
about we
is
take-
way worse than King 10 because it blocks too many.
the Jack, you're right?
The Jack, yeah. Bluffing.
Look at the suited kings up here. You have king ten in the clubs there probably.
They look
Oh,
like
yeah.
king ten of hearts, maybe?
Yeah, look at that.
No?
Okay, okay. So we
Or
call
some weak sevens, like king seven. You know, it's a weak pair, but it's still a bluff catcher.
the ace of diamond on the river, we check.
And he
It is,
shouldn't.
Well,
in
first of
theory,
all, hold on, first of all,
taking-
can we look at our dunking on that ace? Do we wake up?
Not really,
So
a
some
little bit.
two pairs and some bluffs at the bottom.
And then him, he goes for it. He goes for it. And then. I mean, we fold a 7 here. We're folding 9x. As we can see, yeah, okay, so having a king is pretty bad. Having a jack is pretty bad. Having an ace is not so bad. So
In my
if
opinion,
you
it's
have a
up there.
king in your hand is not a great call because you're blocking some bluffs. Is a 10 bad?
Having spades is bad too, right?
10 is bad, yeah. 10 is bad because like jack and 10, as you see here. It's also the 10 is a bad card.
Yeah, it passed in my mind that having the 10 of spades there is bad. But I called.
Was the
Okay,
layer edge still
okay.
open?
Okay, no, well,
I don't really
you
remember.
had a read. I mean, he doesn't have an ace. He's not betting the
He's
turn
not supposed to have a
queen.
queen.
So, okay.
He's not value betting 7 or a 5
And then maybe you had an idea that your opponent was like loose and splashy.
yeah, could be.
Wait, was
I
turn
want a
check bet
7 or
call?
a 9.
Yeah.
I feel like he can only have like queen 7 suited, queen 9 suited for value here. Queen 9 off. Almost, or 6-8. Does he have 6-8 pre? Probably not. Queen 6-8 suited.
Okay, so it's a bit of a splashy hand.
Go back to the solver, Louis.
Just given that he
Uh,
played call.
turn check bet. Okay, never mind,
Micro
never mind. We're good.
Oh,
Again, it's like the turn micro bet can be kind of polarizing to like junky stuff and. I mean, especially when he jams river, right? He's just not doing that with a 7 that he was trying to get to showdown.
yeah. So this one is a little frisky.
Yeah, but I had the
You had the
I
read.
thought had the read, had the thought process
Yeah, no, it's
for doing this.
yeah. You got him.
Fold.
Maybe a little timing tell in the mix.
Yeah, could be. I don't really remember. We are ISO here, right? Call.
Yeah,
Wait, did flop go check, and
Flop
then,
checked around.
turn as well.
and in turn we checked again? I mean, it's fine. We can bet turn though. I mean, I think that deserves to be thought about.
Now I raise on the river.
I would always bet here.
Told you.
Whoa, how are we not raising?
That's
I
that's
mean-
bad. Yeah, I remember this hand. I fucked up.
Yeah, that-
Dude, you're getting called. It's a PKO and he covers you.
yeah, that's quite terrible.
I know.
He has straights, he has sets. Oof.
Or he has this.
Ooh. So this
Straights.
one is a very bad one.
I know. This was bad.
It's weird
call it a
because like
misclick.
when he bets turn and gets called in 2 spots and then the flush completes, but there were 2 flush draws. It's like how many worse value bets does he have that will pay us? But we can't really just be scared of not
Wait, hold up.
flush.
Did we jam turn there with a dry side pot?
We jammed flop.
It
That's what I'm
wasn't
gonna say,
bad.
jam flop. It's just, it's too much though.
But there's
We
a
have to keep
bounty here.
hearts.
There's a bounty.
Sure,
here.
but the other guy has 31 bigs in the bounty as well. We want those chips, man. This is just like, just giving him such an easy out. Like, when we 3-bet, do we usually C-bet 100% pot? Like, no.
I mean, like if we had black kings, then I could see the jam maybe, because you unblock some of their, some of their continues.
Yeah, maybe with ace queen jamming here would be better, but we kings is.
Yeah,
a-
ace queen of diamonds.
Yeah, maybe king's too strong to bet pocket, right?
I mean, like ace queen of
Wait,
diamonds is just never.
Said
folded
is saying
anyway.
he didn't C-bet. Yeah, this is a C-bet. But yeah, like, I would like to go like third pot or something. Like, we're looking, he has hands like jacks. He has hands like he has hands like, man. I don't know, just second time, like some real fast playing and getting big folds, and I think he can have king, queen, like, you can just be drawing so thin.
George,
Fold, right?
what are you doing?
I'm folding.
Oh my
Please.
goodness. There's a
Please.
6 big blind here too. I
Oh
think
my
it's a
God.
spot to do the dirty trick.
Double
gonna have a
booty
stroke.
opportunity. I don't know, man.
It's too deep, right?
No, man, it might be just good enough.
No, I mean like too deep in the tournament to where it depends what bounty is
Yeah,
on his head,
What
but
stage of the
bounty
tournament?
power is reduced.
I think we're still like, it's 55 out of 140. So we're
Okay,
not halfway yet.
can you see what the big blind is? You start with 10K in this, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, pretty deep. Pretty
yeah, we're in
dead.
the money surely, right?
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
yeah. It's close if the bounty power is high and, yeah. Oh, we failed.
Yes, we failed.
As
Hold on, can
expected.
we go back to kings? Cuz we have a big ISO against that tiny jam and then we flat with kings so against 12 big blinds. Is that right? I missed that. I thought we raised 12.
What do you mean, Tim? You wanna speak about this hand?
Yeah, we
Saeed,
raised
okay,
12.
Saeed was saying that we called the 3-bet. No, okay, we 3-bet. Alright, that's fine. Saeed got the action wrong.
Okay,
We are.
see bet, that's good. Raise is king, call,
Oh,
happy days.
win a flip.
The church was open. Call. Call. I think it's a black
Queen
bet
nine
now.
off.
Is it not?
Queen nine off.
Yeah,
Do we
I
ever,
think we
do we
can
ever
just-
3-bet pre?
No,
Do we ever 3-bet pre? No?
no,
Queen 9?
What's the 3-bet here? Queen 8 off? I think you can do a little.
six,
It's
seven,
80
nine
effective. 80
Queen-
effective, it's
Oh,
like,
we're
it's
too
like the
deep for it,
triangle.
huh?
It's like jack 9, 10, 9, 10, 8 kind of hand suited.
Yeah, yeah, we're pulling more from suited because we're deep.
Yeah, yeah.
And for the offsuit stuff,
Seven.
you can have a little bit of like bad offsuit aces, like ace 10 off. Is that right? Or something down there?
Yeah, ace 7, ace 5.
Do you block bet here? Yeah, we could. I
Yes.
could block bet and fall to a raise. Now that I think of it.
Yeah, because he can call us with jack 9, he can call us with ace jack. Yeah.
With 2 pair,
Ace
I like the
king.
block bet.
this is a C, okay, no. Okay, so it's pretty
I
bad
call.
for us.
Did I call
Yeah, king eye board is as bad as it gets for us,
position?
like that.
Seems fine.
I don't think we need to bet here. I think we just check and then fold. I think betting here without a heart is not
Can we
great.
look at this one? I'm not sure about this one. I think we definitely have a reasonable betting frequency.
So what's your guess for range? How many five do you think you'll have to be betting here?
I have lots of fives, but
Your
The
range,
five's
this
kind
year,
of
feels
not
like
repped in
this-
either range.
well, he's calling suited stuff, right?
Kind of, but he's not calling queen
Yeah,
5. He's not calling, is he calling king 5?
Maybe I'm wrong, but I think our range is missing this board every time. Flop, check 70%. There is some betting.
suppose not with this combo though. Eh?
Louis, I'd be curious
Wow,
to
he
see,
doesn't
like
Flop
range
size.
versus range equity here. So, yeah, we're a little behind. Or no, it's very close, but he's gonna
Very,
realize
very
more.
close up till here, where the under the gun just has the not advantage kind of. But range is the same, right? We both miss.
Yeah, very close. So
King
gotta
is
be a little
the
cautious.
worst card in the deck for us. We shouldn't bet here.
Yeah,
No,
it's
it's
gonna be big.
actually, hang on, I'm saying this is a great card for us. And we could maybe bet it, cuz
But it's really
We're
important that
having
it's a
king.
heart.
though.
That's the
Yeah.
thing. It's like the king is good for us, but it's really important that it's a third heart and we don't
Yeah.
have a heart.
yeah, but he's not too heavy on suits, right?
I
Once he
mean,
calls flop,
sure. I mean, yeah, like
Okay, maybe. We get the fold on the turn barrel. Okay,
I guess he just had 4s or something.
like I'd love to have like ace 10 with a single, like with a single heart there, ace 10 off, you know? Just something.
any
Okay.
merit in raising here in fake 3-bet top?
Fake 3-bet.
Yes, this is a fake 3-bet top.
He tiny 3-bet, so
Hmm.
micro.
So we
Okay.
get this board, check, he bets small. Do we think we have any raising here? Cuz I think we do.
It's hard. I mean, part of to answer that question is you gotta put him on a range and
Look
I
at
just like-
SPR.
yeah, 3.
3, you have top pair, decent kicker.
Oh,
But like, again, I gotta put him on a range because like, just what is he even doing this with? It's like he should have no hands here, but somehow he has a hand. So
Yeah,
I have no idea what he has.
Say he's just three betting his range with that size. So a normal three bet.
No, this isn't good enough to raise for value against 3 betting range. He has like more concentration of like king, jack, ace, jack and queens plus.
And we are
Okay,
UTG 1 versus low jack. It's early
And we have
position.
those hands too, like we have queens. Yeah, we have ace, jack.
This guy betting in a spot he should never bet, probably.
No, it's good. This is a spot that we do want to raise this hand though.
Why must there always be a problem? Oh yeah, let's
Wait,
raise.
Is this a bug? Is that guy not in the hand?
yeah, he's not.
Okay. Alright,
So is this a good raise or is this more of a call? What's your strategy here, Tim?
Yeah, I wanna raise sets. I think it's a little bit of monsters under the bed to think that he just has flushes here. He also has like.
But
Over
you're
pairs
not
and six of
raising
club.
you're not raising every set full frequency, are you?
Probably not, but
How
like,
do
I
you
don't
break
know,
down your
man.
strategy?
How are we gonna get the money in? If I'm gonna slow play anything the most, it's gonna be sevens, cuz 7x is an important part of the range we wanna get value from.
Yeah.
So definitely raise sevens less, raise fives more.
And then 4 raise every time?
Maybe, I just haven't really studied this. I know that like, we shouldn't be too scared. We shouldn't just be like, oh, you can have flushes, cuz like, you can also have a lot of other hands.
Okay,
So
Like-
this is one of the type of hands that can also improve on the turn,
Yeah,
which is
exactly.
why you get to raise it on a monotone board.
okay.
That's a great turn card for us.
To
Oh my
raise, right?
god.
This is a
yeah,
raise
just keep
now.
calling. I like calling. I don't know. Maybe I'm
Hmm.
crazy.
Okay,
Alright, so we weren't gonna get any more money from him on turn, but maybe he would have flooded us on flop even without a club. You never know.
3x, 3 big blinds, 7. The fuck.
now that's a weird one.
Yeah.
Clicking
Huh.
buttons. Just out here clicking buttons.
That's the guy who did the little one before.
Yep.
This is pretty high up in your range. I might stuff it in his face here.
Yeah, I could. I thought
Hey, he's
of it.
mixing it up though.
But since we took the calling line on the pre-flop,
So do you
Or
just
wait,
always
Peter, were you
call
talking
with-
about the last one when it was 3 ways?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it was two-way.
No, the last one
guy
where
in
it was 3 ways.
The guy in the middle folded.
Oh, he folded,
was
okay.
3-way.
Do we like the call here?
I think even without a heart, it's okay.
Okay. Strong enough, right?
I mean, yeah, I think it's thin, but like, this guy's a bit of a button clicker. Like, will we be shocked if he shows up with ace jack? No.
This is a bet, right? 399
Definitely.
Yeah.
with this hand, feels like we can
And-
build the pot a little bit, no?
Oh my god, how do we check that?
We
How
got
do we
like
check
the
that?
super blockers to the 9, both ways. We got the flush draw, we got blockers to the queen.
We
Just
can get
one
lots
check.
of folds from like raggedy king X and ace X, easy.
Better
Easy.
jacks, king eyes, ace eyes,
Yeah, like ace 5 of diamonds, is that excited to call us? Nope.
yeah. Now we're just have to call.
And we have to hit is the problem.
We did hit though. So is
Like,
this a
can have-
value bet? Probably not, right?
Nope.
So
You
yeah,
could have
we
just
expect
a
we have the best
queen.
hand a lot, but
He could have a queen, he could have a 9.
Chop,
We
We're
chop,
also,
with jack ten.
we're also chopping with all the other jacks, so like, we're only getting value from a 6.
Yeah, not surprised. to see
Alright,
it.
well, we lost the minimum against ace queen.
So that's something that I think George is doing well. I don't know if like. It's luck because he's playing too passive on some spots, like this here is missing C bets and on and on. But somehow he managed not to lose his big pots on these kind of hands where he's just behind. So that's something he's doing well.
I wanna point out the guy's turn sizing, it's like 55%, which I think is a very value sizing. And I think it's good to not attack that too much.
And he keeps making these calls, man, oh man. George, what's wrong with you?
Keep that quarter pot, like you gotta call with like,
I know, I think it's a good call, but he just relentlessly keeps calling with ace high every bet he sees.
yeah. Yeah, if he flipped over pocket eights face up, he'd still call, right? I mean, you have outs, so like you'd still just be like, okay, well, I have outs, call.
Game.
Cause what, against that 25% sizing, we need to realize 1/6, we need to realize like
Why do I
15%.
call here?
I would
We'll
always
fold this.
fold.
Dear God, fold.
Yeah, I have to fold. I
Yeah.
know.
I
Yeah, or
think
make it
I'm
like-
like,
Maybe
I'm like
because I
ace
have,
10 off is my floor there.
Maybe because I cover the two guys.
If anything, it's a squeeze, no?
Yeah, squeeze a lot, squeeze more than you think against
I
that
think
many
I'm
people, but
limping here. Is this a mistake?
I'm fine
You
with
wanna
limping.
isolate the
I want
bounty.
to isolate yeah, to play for the boundary. If we were deeper, also I would.
I'm all in here.
Yeah, could be.
I don't hate it. I mean, small blind has 13 big blinds. We're happy to go all in against him. Big blind's the only person in the hand with chips, and we cover him too.
Yeah, I would only raise to 4 though, so that you allow the guy to reopen the action, which threatens the other two guys. Yeah, perfect.
But it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But all in also threatens the other two guys. It's just higher risk.
that's true. So
No,
here's
but,
my thing
like,
about 4 big blinds. I like think about theoretically, you'd want to.
Oh, let's see
that's
this hand.
happy to induce and then call off versus in other hands that are happy to fold to further action, like if 25 big blinds goes all in. And fives doesn't really fit into that range, right? Like I would
Right.
want to go 4 big blinds with like aces and like maybe ace 3 off or something.
Right.
Why does this hand get
support
you
that.
so excited?
No, the previous one, the ace king.
Yeah, what happened? We won a big.
That's a hand
Are
I
we-
want
Oh.
to. I
Oh
posted
my
on
God.
the PKO section on our server,
Oh my
but
goodness.
I'm not sure if I have to call this.
Wait, if you just click through the hand, it should show the showdown, right?
It's ace king.
Is it this one?
Yes.
Woo. What do you mean you're not sure it's a call?
It's late. It's 45 people left this hand, but
I don't know, man.
It's the church, man.
Bounty.
You just go?
yeah,
It's a
I don't think
bounty.
it's a spot.
Yeah.
it's clear call.
Yeah, you
I
can
think
cover one
so.
guy, so.
Yeah, I think so.
Also, I think like
uh,
if it's like 30 or like if it's a fair bit off the money, that's very different than like 10 players left final table bubble, you know, like.
You scam ace king with ace king.
yes, that's how you win tournaments.
Nice.
At least you come second.
Sometimes they both have a pair and you're doing great. Sometimes one of them has ace, queen, ace, jack, and the other one has a pair and you're just
And you're still fine.
doing well enough, yeah.
We could bet bigger here, like half pot.
Yeah. Call it off.
Ugh, Yeah, I'm gonna call it off.
Man,
Don't get there. Oh, thought we were gonna get there. So wait, he flatted small blind with pocket queens?
Yeah.
Alright, note, make a note.
swingy game.
It's really bad, really bad.
Is it that bad? I don't know if it's that bad.
With pocket queens, it's just so vulnerable. It's just like, it's just too much. Like, flat there with aces, flat there with kings sometimes, but like,
Look at George is out there trying to scam people.
and like
It's
in
the
a,
four
in a
liners.
mild ICM spot, it's like really valuable to like take down a pot and not give us a
Yeah.
chance to realize our equity.
I
You know,
like
like,
this. I
three bet-
think you get a 10.
Alright, Tim, you
15
convinced me.
Yeah,
I
like get
wouldn't
folds
really
from
do
our
it.
king X and ace X, or make us pay to see a flop when from behind.
Maybe
Just
like
a call
earlier
here?
on, if the
Yeah, I
big
could
blind's
call.
super jam happy or something.
Oh my goodness.
Jesus. Top
Uh,
set. Wait, sorry, we bet there?
Yeah, because
I
this.
mean, okay, we
guy-
have 14
Some
we have
crazy
14 big blinds
action
behind.
going on here. This guy goes for 13. This is George Isel with this weird sizing. And this guy calls the word sizing for half of his chips. So
Okay, but hear me out,
honestly,
like,
honestly, this guy has queens, this guy has kings. This guy must have like jacks or queens.
yeah, it's a
And
total
then he
scam,
sees
but,
this, he's
Oh
like,
my
oh,
God.
screw that.
but like top set, can we, I don't know, is there
And
ever a
then-
time for a 4 big blind bet?
And then at this point, I'm pretty sure this guy thought he was gonna win when he saw this flop.
I wanna get paid. I wanna
He's
get
like,
paid.
he's like, oh, I'm winning this for sure. And then he
Yeah.
sees George's hand and he's like, oh my goodness, this is a scam. And he
Or
closes.
could we
it
just
after
check, could we just check flop and let him stab at turn? Like, if there's ever a hand to do it with it, this is the hand.
3-4 off. What are you doing, George?
In a bounty tournament, probably the last thing you want to do is see a club roll off.
Whatever,
I
call.
would bet like
but
2
call.
chips.
That's the thing, yeah, 2 to 4 big blinds feels kinda nice, cuz the side pot's like 20, so we can bet like 10 to 20% maybe.
Is this a good
I had
bet
a
to put
funny hand
somebody in the
yesterday.
box?
Ugh,
We opened, he flatted.
Well, we got away with it.
I think I'd
Yeah, we
bet
got away with
quite a bit.
I think it's
It's
fine,
good because the 6 and the 3 are gonna be below his flatting range. Really-
definitely, exactly. He either has like mid pairs or he has a lot of junky, king high, ace high, junk. Seems
do you think on this?
fine.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's actually a theory jam. I think we polarize a little bit more, but like it's plus EV, whatever.
Puts him in the box.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I'd normally call, I think, but
I think
jam
you can find
would
some
be
other 3 bets
winning.
and flat that hand, but it's fine. I don't mind.
Normally check there, my worst check.
Yeah, I agree. Check. You can check a jack.
I had
Whoa, whoa,
all
whoa, whoa,
this.
whoa, whoa.
Well, it's very deep now. We're final 2 or final. Yeah, final 2 tables, I think.
Yeah,
So his sizing is probably too big for the ICM spot, but we'll ignore that. Can we look this up in PKO ranges? Like we're 75 and we're getting 3 bet by 29, nearly 30.
You wanna jam it? What do you wanna do?
What do you wanna do? You wanna call?
all.
Considering calling, cut off
Yeah,
his button.
I considered calling too.
Yeah, I think it's close. I can look it up if you want me to.
Yeah, but then what if this guy just doesn't 3-bet enough?
Well, I mean, for sure, but that's always a thing.
Seems like a big net here.
BPIP 6.
Oh,
How many hands though?
Not
17 hands?
many hands, but still.
But like 17 hands is enough to start to get a read.
Not the most aggressive splashy player for now. But yeah,
right,
probably.
but
a
let's-
call, right? You wanna see
But
it?
let's talk about in theory. Yeah, let's talk about in theory and then we can, we can always deviate.
And honestly, I would mug this thing really fast.
Cause like I'll find some big exploitative folds. I don't mind that, but I also want to know where the equilibrium is. So we think we're final three tables. Where do we think we are?
We're like chip
That's,
leading, man. He's attacking the chip leader, final two tables.
You think you final two, final three?
Definitely final two tables. This could be the final table even. It's
not
very
yet.
deep.
Alright, I'm looking for a spot.
Yeah, I mean,
think
there's a
it's final-
91 big
final
blind
to
stack at the table, but 72 still effectively chip leader.
Alright, I found something reasonable.
Okay. What does it say?
Okay, can I share screen?
In that one, Tim, though, are they three betting like a bunch of suited ace stuff that he might not have?
Well, I mean, definitely, yeah. Let's look at the equilibrium before we adjust. So, here's the spot. I have us not chip leading, but us with 50 and button has 25. So it's like, it's in the neighborhood, right? It's final two tables, 8 players. It's a PKO. So it's a reasonable approximation, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's supposed to be three betting a lot. Yep, bunch of suited aces, jacks plus, king
Mhm.
jack off, ace 10 off.
Makes sense.
The sizing is ridiculous. In the sim, his sizing is 4.5. He went 6, so we will have more folds than the sim has. Yeah.
Is this
It-
seriously the solution? Okay,
There's a
This
bounty,
is super
man.
common. Like, if people are three betting correctly, you just put every suited ace back in their face.
Yeah. That's the thing. So like, with the bounty on the line, I think it's kind of worth seeing a flop, because like, even if he shows his ace queen off, I still think we call, you know? Like. Yeah,
Look at all this
Interesting.
calling.
yeah. And here we got a really good price and we are playing for a bounty, so. You can shave some hands off, given that the sizing was larger, but I still kind of think this one might be a call.
okay. Think this is it?
4, 6, 8. No, it's not.
It's not?
It's 900, the final table. This is 2, 4, 6, 8. So it's final two tables.
Maybe a
Um.
double knockout, though.
I don't know this. I don't remember.
This is
No,
it.
This is the final table, yeah.
Hmm.
I did some mistakes here.
That happened fast. Wait, weird. What?
Don't know if I like this one. I think I would three bet.
chip
Yeah.
lead.
Are you trying to trap the big line? Is that what's going on?
No, I just had in mind that I know this is a good pair, but I had in mind that on final tables, big stack versus big stack, we play pairs cautiously, but I don't know, maybe 10
I
seconds.
think that's fair. I think you could also though like three bet to 5, and I think he's gonna play very face up against it. He'll just fold a lot. He'll call with it when you're ahead. He'll four bet you when you're behind.
Okay,
Oh my god, what? Too big, too big.
hey, you bet pretty big, or why do you bet so big? I know it's a flop that. You can size up on a lot usually, but you block the top, so it's,
And the dynamic's different when we're float betting versus when we're the pre-flop better.
oh, you
Where's the
raise,
other guy in?
you raise
Okay.
back. He calls, jeez, you guys are going. Check. Yeah, you should have bet smaller than that.
I know. I put
Yeah,
him on the
some-
test here. He thought
I
for
mean, yeah, he
like
has aces.
2 minutes.
Yeah, he has like,
but-
yeah, his kings are aces.
but I
Obviously, he
say-
clicked you. He clicked you on the flop. Like,
But I'm saying to myself, if he has aces with the ace of clubs, he's not going anywhere. So
Yeah.
that's why I put the money in. But anyways,
nice. I like the tiny bet. Turn sizing seems good. Yep. Yep. So the king three. Get there.
Easy game.
This is not great, right?
And if it's final table, we can just size down a lot, like 4.5 big blinds with our
We
whole
cover
range.
here, we could just call.
4.8.
It's funny
Yeah, yeah.
because George, if he had pocket jacks here, he would call. If he had ace queen off, he would call, but king ten off, there we go.
Oh my god.
I like that actually. I like that a lot.
The thing
It's
is how I got
Pip out a
second.
line, but it's
What a
okay. People
scammer,
play too
man.
tight.
The under the gun open, he has jacks, he flats. He has king ten off, he three bets. He has ace queen off, he flats.
I think it's good. Like
I
you,
think
you don't wanna
it's
get
good.
boxed,
I
right?
deviate a bit
It
from.
worked out for him every time he did it. I mean.
No, I think it makes sense, but especially when people are playing too tight, that jacks just gets
I
no
like
value
this.
from a big three bet.
Okay, so
No.
this is a good one. He is from the big blind, so from the big blind at ICM. When you have all the chips, the suited ones wants to call, the offsuit ones are wanna bluff here. So offsuit ace, offsuit kings here, I think are great. I think it's a really good one. And it's only possible from the big blind,
Nice.
and especially when you have all the chips. I
Good
think
find.
this was the perfect one.
Yeah, how did I manage to get second though and not win this thing? That's the question.
You know what,
Big.
George? I'm looking at this now and I'm thinking the same damn thing.
You could even flat again with the ace queen
But-
suited there.
But then again, here you are opening 10-7 off, so
Keep in some hands you dominate and maybe the small blind will reshove some ace ten on you. It's like chip lead versus second. If he four bets, you hate life.
What do you guys do here? We flop
call.
top set in
see
a
bet
3-bet
small.
pot.
Think
Bet
see bet small.
1.5.
Either see bet 25, which I think I like it better than checking, because checking is almost like. I don't know, no, but you check queens. I check queens there, so. Yeah.
Think
check
it's
or bet.
range bet small.
I agree
Yeah,
with
bet
Danny.
25.
Yeah, king high board in a 3-bet pot, you don't have a lot of checks.
Do we use a 10% bet on a king?
No. No.
Maybe 20%.
25%, 33%, something like this. It's not that.
The thing
small
is,
spot.
the thing is, if you wanna learn 10%, you have to learn like the whole strategy so that you're not super unbalanced doing it.
Yeah, you can pull the very, very small bet if it's monotone, if it's paired.
I would go 3 chips. 3.5.
I check back here.
We have the 9 of diamond. I think we can bet here.
I did check wrong.
I like check.
Hold on, I'm gonna look up a chippy V one real fast. That king 5-3, we were like 40 effective before we 3-bet, is
Yeah.
that right?
Well,
Okay.
no, he had 40 afterwards, so I guess
Okay, so 45
Like-
effective.
if they don't have that though, right?
And we were cut off versus hijack?
No, it was from the big line. Versus the button.
Wait,
It was?
The king 4,
No, the
One,
king five.
kings.
the
Where we
kings,
flop
no,
top
he
set?
opened from UTG 1, I think.
No, we're talking about
But
a
it's like
different
6
hand.
max.
No, I'm talking about the one where you flop top set and king
Yeah,
5-3.
so-
Louis, can you just show us real fast? Sorry. It was like 4 hands ago.
This
There
one.
you go.
So he opens,
Hijack versus cutoff.
Hijack
just-
cutoff, yeah, okay.
Is this a hand you wanna raise pre-flop or you just check? Cause I'm checking here every time.
I think either is fine, but I'm checking mostly.
Like at 30 big blind, this guy should have some pretty strong limbs.
Either way. In chippy V,
Alright,
I
so-
would check.
The breakdown of that hand, the solver mixes between a 25% and a 10% sizing. I don't use 10% sizing. In practice, I'm splitting between a 25% and a check. But it bets 25% like 80% of the time across the range, though kings does still play a lot. Kings goes for the 10% bet like the majority of the time.
Sounds good.
Now on 300, I screwed things up.
Well, you don't
That's
think you
a
need to defend here? I would fold
Yeah.
pre-flop.
You would fold?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I would fold too.
I'm more
And,
like 10-8 here.
10-8, yeah. And then offsuit connectors and suited connectors. I defend all of them. That's why indeed.
I think it's alright.
Oh, the double.
This guy with the 50 big blinds is sticky, and I lost my stack to him.
Raising
Oh,
too small, I feel like.
We were
Small
basically playing versus each other a lot, and the other guy was. Yeah, he has.
So,
Can we look?
6. What do you wanna see then?
Oh, I just, we have final table like pre-flop solves. We don't have post-flop, but, that solver's calling 6 off when we cover a button in a spot like that, final table. It's,
Yeah.
it's calling a lot. It's the bounty's like still worth a lot.
Okay,
Um,
We're three-handed. We gotta play some cards, right?
Exactly, the button raise range should be, nice and wide. And
What's
I guess it
the
is depending
bottom-
that,
Can you take a picture of the range, Tim?
On the big blind versus button raise,
yeah, and it's
I would
worth
think even
55 versus
10-5
35, which is
Is
not,
in there.
10-5 is the only offsuit 5 that's not.
that's in there.
So, it's not crazy.
so you get scammed pretty hard on this one.
Yeah,
So what we're trying to get value from on the run out. We could just check the river.
Well,
have some straight draws missed.
it's a tough spot, cuz in general, after the turn goes check, check, you're kinda supposed to block bet with a wide array of hands, kind of. But this one pairs, it's a double pair board.
Double paired. Oof.
So I don't know if you need to block bet here. I see some merit just because turn goes check, check. We have a value hand. But my problem here is if he has a king, he wins. If he has a 6, he wins. But I don't see
Like
what.
crazy, I
worse
would bet
hands
bigger.
call.
So we need to,
I would
he can
bet
call
9.
ace X expecting a chop, his mid pair is like pair of tens beats the board, like stuff like that, pair of sevens. That's what we're trying to get called by.
I wanna get heroed from ace high. Whoa.
Yeah, exactly.
4-6? Wait, what happened? Pre?
I mean raised, that's why
Raise,
he has
call.
4-6.
The guy
Oh.
check raise a pair of 6 on the flop.
You min raised BVB?
Yeah. And then
Why?
it gets scammed. Okay, so that was a big scam.
Don't do that.
How do we proceed usually? We raise,
We raise bigger pre-flop, 3.
yeah?
Three
On
and a
the flop,
half.
we see bet. Facing a
Or
raise,
limp.
I would just call.
Yeah.
When the flush completes, do you lead all of a sudden? He has more flushes than us.
He has wider range, it's true. More flushes.
Interesting hand. I don't
Plus
know.
we are limping some suited stuff. So yeah, he has more flushes.
So yeah, definitely, you know what? It's betting, it's block betting the river every time.
I like it.
So you
So-
basically got away for cheap.
Just bad fortune.
Yeah,
Look, it raises 4 pre. Well, that's chippy V, but
Yeah, but
Definitely would
pre-flop,
go bigger.
I had to raise bigger. Yeah, alright.
so here you don't have a diamond, you don't have top pair.
Hmm.
So it could be either a check or a bet small in my mind. I don't see why we polarize here. So I don't like this size.
Mhm.
Check, bet, now we're in the pickle, got the gut shot and the 9. We got bad outs if the diamond comes. It could be, it's a tough spot now. It was an easy spot. Now the pot is too big. And we don't really know where we stand in this hand. That's why you never really like bet second pair like that. Big.
yeah, here it comes down to how you think he's playing, I
and
guess.
Stuff.
Some read stuff.
Yeah, but he's playing very much against me, so he's very active guy. Anyways,
Another gross
this
spot,
spot
huh?
final, these spots at final 4-3 people, I think I need to study more because
It's difficult anyway. So
Oh,
don't
wait,
worry
wait,
about it.
actually,
By a
I
10
have
here.
one, I have a
Oh.
read from the last hand. I feel like he should have raised with that bottom boat. And it was kind of nitty for him to check back against your third pot sizing. Yeah, he feels a little like, little ABC, little nitty to me.
Okay,
Well, I mean, on that last one, like, if he raises, what's George gonna call with?
I mean, I think a small raise can get value from, flushes, better two pairs, like. When turn goes check, check, and we bet third pot on river, like the idea that we just always have a king, I don't know. That's like, it's pretty nitty.
It's not that we always have a king, but if we raise, are we ever calling with
Yeah,
pocket
right.
sevens,
Sure.
right?
so like, if we look at the quality of our hand, we don't have a diamond, that's good. But having a king feels pretty damn bad to me.
No, it seems good. There's a straight on the board and we block it. King, jack.
Yeah, but you block also all the whiffs, no?
Well, I think
Everything
king,
that
jack is
missed.
important. What was the turn action?
That call.
Bet,
Half pot. He's like half pot, like,
so we check, he bets half pot on the river. Let's say 60%,
61. Yeah.
and then we have king 9 off. See, you'd rather call off with jack 9. But all the nines are pretty bad here. It's calling 6-6 more. But not really, no.
Okay.
But yeah, not a great call here.
Yeah.
It's losing a lot of chips. Like
Yeah, even the
minus,
tens,
minus
when you call with the
6,000
10
big
here, you're
blind.
losing chips.
Yeah. So I think it's the king here, and then you got queens in your range, you got tens in your range. Right? Queens. Tens. Tens. So that's all you need, basically, to defend queens and tens.
Hmm.
So I don't fault you. This is a tough spot at the end of the tournament, so yeah.
Do we need to defend 10-4 off there?
Probably, yeah. Probably. We're in position.
No, fold.
We're in position here.
I mean, sure,
Yeah,
but
but
it's like,
it's
don't
like bottom
cover.
20%.
yeah, it's like, if we're ever gonna fold a hand, this is kind of the one. I don't wanna fold a lot, but I wanna fold like this.
I don't know if you fold pre-flop or not, but I do know here that you should never raise.
Wait, what?
You guys agree with me or no?
Mister, you defend paired boards primarily by raising.
Well, out of position.
Yeah,
In position, you just call.
I don't know. It feels like if you raise here, you're just getting rid of all the bluffs.
We're big blind, right?
Yes.
I'm raising.
Okay, well, I'm not.
I would call.
I would call as
To
well.
be results oriented, it's nice that we got called. Oh my
Oh,
god.
Jack
Oh
bet.
my god. Oh, and we're good. Somehow we're good.
Should we
We
block
should,
bet
like-
this river?
No. I don't wanna block bet this.
Okay,
Not in a million years.
We're in position. We can't block bet.
That's true.
Mm,
Oh,
I
that's
have to
okay.
raise this
that's
maybe,
right.
or at
Values.
this stack distribution, I don't raise it. Jack.
Yeah, also, yeah, with a tiny button, we don't really need to play big pots here. We really wanna keep pots small.
probably calling here.
I limped call.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're going so fast as always. I wish
Yeah.
we'd slow down a little bit.
So what happened here?
We limp, he raise, we don't jam.
Ah, okay.
No.
Then it's okay. I thought,
Check, bet. Fold. Probably a call here, right?
I don't know. I'm okay with getting pretty nitty when we're,
I mean, backdoors with ICM, I don't find the merit.
He's betting range, is he not? And you have an ace high.
You've been sticky all tournament with these.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now you're giving up.
Yeah, but final 4-5 players, I got sticky and I didn't manage to.
No, I don't
didn't
mind.
get rewarded, so I
It's
changed my.
probably
play.
indifferent.
That's bad. That's bad. I have to fold this.
So gross.
Raise,
All in.
stuff, it wasn't a big bounty.
Yeah, it was a big bounty, the biggest, $400.
So $15. 15 big blinds. Is it a hand you go with here? I think.
I think it's a theory call. He
King,
might
King
be
Jack,
too
I
tight.
call.
Hey, it's
this
close.
The bounty
right?
was how big? 400? Yeah, I would call.
$400. It was
So
the
I-
biggest bounty.
That's what I thought. It's not a bad call here, I think.
No, I think it's a call. You'd need to read that he's pretty tight.
It's
Jam,
tough
jam,
because you're behind all his bluffs too, right? Because they all contain an ace or a king blocker.
Yeah.
Yeah, but usually you're not as behind as you were.
But I also think, it's an interesting note on him, is
He
kings
had,
the jam there, or should he be
that-
3-bet smalling?
He had double the bounties of the rest of us. We had like 200
Oh,
bucks.
whoa, Louis, can we slow this down? That last hand that you just blew
Good
by, we
question,
like,
Tim.
okay, yeah, I mean, first of all, I'm not convinced that kings is a jam from him, so I think it's interesting to think about. But then we're raising with a pair and a flush draw? I mean, I don't know.
He
Putting
blasts
money
it.
in.
This hand here this is one of George's league at low SPR, he raises too much. With strong hands. And probably not enough as a bluff.
Yeah, I would call.
Yeah, it's
So,
just,
yeah, it
call.
feels like this is always just a call for me. I think you guys are right. You say it's just a call. I would always just call here. But
Especially when the opponent gives you a large sizing. Right? They're polarizing, so they're gonna have their best value and their brickiest bluffs. And so when you raise, you separate them and you only play against his value.
Mm.
like you just folded ace jack and now you're calling here.
Backdoors don't matter with ICM.
Okay, this one was
what?
like, no sense. I don't understand why you'd call here.
Yeah, the guy, we were playing against each other a lot, so at some point,
At some point, he got the high ground on you.
Yeah.
And then you're just calling with 4 deuce.
Yee, I mean, it's not the craziest raise I've ever seen, but you can't call.
Can't call here.
It's a better raise than a call, but it's not a great raise.
Yeah, feels
Yeah,
like bad raise. Feels like bad, bad,
That
bad.
that hand can turn a club and turn a wheeled card to barrel if you want to occasionally turn it into a raise, but
I think.
Wait,
you could
is he
have-
just,
you
is he
could
just
have
like
a-
barreling 9 small? Oh my
Yeah.
god, we got played.
Yeah, and then. Is this a good bluff of spot? Or am I crazy?
It's okay.
We got the club, the queen of clubs, no?
Yeah, full hand. I want to take a bunch of notes on this player. This player is just like a leak box.
Yeah,
His sizings are ridiculous.
He was putting a lot of pressure on us, on me.
Now he's got all the chips.
Jam
Yeah.
the jack six. I think it's a limp.
Yeah, sorry, we don't have time for that.
Yeah, there you go.
But I
Hmm.
haven't seen, like, you say putting a lot of pressure on you. I think he's just betting his hands because like everything we've seen has been like a little too face up, actually.
I agree, Tim. This guy is not trying to get us. He's just like.
Yeah, I mean, he was like,
But-
he was just like out there barreling pocket nines for like 1/3
Yeah,
pot. Like,
but-
it's very obvious what he has.
Yeah,
do you think
George,
about-
George thought he was playing with him.
Is this a good jam?
I don't know.
I think
I
it's,
don't know.
I think it's okay. I
Should
don't
be
know.
fine.
Probably fine, right?
Yeah, I mean, I
But I
don't
think
know.
that's a
I'm
leak.
asking.
I think it's a leak that a lot of us have. I think a lot of our opponents are like less good than we give them credit for and are less like playing at us than we think, and they're really just playing 2 cards. And the trick is figuring out how they play their 2 cards.
I mean, it's 19 bigs, 20 bigs. I don't think I would jam that. That's why I asked. I was curious.
Bet 50.
Personally, heads up,
Oh,
I
I
think I
need to,
would.
I kinda need to see bet this.
With the king of spade, yeah, I think so, right?
Yeah, like bet 50, right? Like big-ish. Oh my god.
Huh? Call.
It's a call.
Is it?
Sucks, but it's a call.
Is
Yeah,
it?
it's a call.
I think.
Yeah, you gotta call this.
Although
Yeah,
he's
call.
gonna show up with friggin' ace high. every
What's the
time.
worst hand you call here with?
I call all
Queen,
kings.
Cause I thought this one was
five
suited,
suited.
Jack 7
Jack
suited.
10 off.
10-9 suited.
So for you
Jack nine
guys,
off.
this is an easy call.
Yeah,
Yes.
like king,
Oh snap.
king like 5 off.
I call any suited and offsuit king.
You call king deuce
Not-
off or-
Not king
Not-
deuce.
Not king deuce off.
Not king three. King four, maybe not king four.
You guys, this is my go-to for this. My, heads up push shove ranges.
Yeah.
With and without antes.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Wanna share?
Yep. Yeah, it's in the chat. You can pull it up.
Nine point.
So click
7.
ante 10% because I think there are antes. Yep. So the pusher, the caller can call king 6 suited with up to 16 big blinds. We would call with 10, we'd call all the way down to king deuce suited. On the offsuit side, we call down to like king 4 off with 10 big blinds.
So it's a pretty good call according to this.
Yeah, it's
so
just like
we're call-
you need a read. You have less than 10 big blinds,
We're calling all kings, or not?
all suited kings. Yeah, we're ahead. Yeah. There
Are
you
we
go.
happy?
Yeah.
No, we lose.
Yeah,
You're never happy when you're all in it and they're live, right? Like,
Are we happy?
Yeah, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're 70%.
How about now?
It's still 70%.
we're
We're still
clenching.
70%.
At this point, I'm standing up, I'm shaking hands,
one
Oh.
time.
One time.
and then it's done.
George, did you ask the dealer
Oh,
for
we got
one
the
time?
jack.
Yeah,
I played well the first third of the tournament, and then I screwed up
Got
some.
I kinda disagree with you, George. I think this is your best game that you've shown us so far. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Good game, George.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I played bad, but
I think
I
you
did
were
something.
maybe tired at the end or the pressure. I think last 3 or 4, that's where you kind of.
Mm.
Drop the ball a little bit, but so far I think this is pretty good. Like, keep it up, man. You're going somewhere. I like it.
right, thank you.
Alright, thanks a lot for watching, everybody.